Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about Netflix's new show, The Sandman. It's based off a comic off of a DC independent label. I can't recall, I've never read it. So I'll be going into this with fresh eyes and ears and telling you about what's going on in this show. I'll only be covering episode 1 for now. We'll see how it goes because they are some long episodes and a lot apparently is going to be happening in them. So we're just going to get right into it. Spoilers! Okay. So we got The Sandman, episode 1. We start off with the character of Jareem, who we're going to be following in this series. He's one of 7 personifications of different things, desire, death, some other stuff, I guess we'll get introduced to them at later points, probably. As he is talking about his realm of the dream world and how humans think that the real world is the real world, but it's other worlds, and when you go to sleep, you end up in the dream world. And that's where he make up your dreams and your nightmares for the purposes of trying to make you a better person. Not to hurt you or anything like that. Just, so you can get a stress release like your dream's supposed to do, and to make you a better person. Maybe flesh out some ideas you had, and then you wake up and then you can make them a reality. So he been doing this for quite some time, I'm guessing, from beginning of time, probably. And one of his nightmares has gone rogue. Its name is the Corinthian. And so he's leaving the dream world to go round up the Corinthian. And he was in the process of, we end up in 1906 is where it starts. And there's this dude who's called himself a magus. He practicing magic of all kinds, and he lost his son in the war, and he wanted his son back. So he's trying to conjure death so they make death give him his son back. Pardon me. So he talked to this guy at the museum, whatever museum, and he convinced him, after the man lost his son, to bring him a grimoire with spells in it. And so they're doing a ritual at the same time that he has found the Corinthian, as in the process of dismantling him, basically turning him back into sand or whatever. So while they're doing the ritual, he gets sucked away and brought to where these people are. So the Corinthian gets away. He was already killing people. He was running around killing folks for the heck of it. Apparently, I don't know, but he we could do whatever we want. Come on, Lord, don't let me be, why we gotta serve these people. I don't know what he created the Corinthian for, as a nightmare for who, I don't know. But I'm thinking with a name like the Corinthian, he probably been around since ancient times when he made him. Somewhere around maybe Greek or Roman time when he possibly made him and had him being a nightmare for somebody back in the day. That's what I'm assuming, just by the name alone. So they end up not summoning death, but summoning Dream. And he was powerless when he got there, so he was just laid out. And they took all his stuff. They took his helmet, they took his sand, his bag of sand, and they took a ruby, the red ruby that he was running around with. So now he's completely powerless, and he doesn't have his tools, as he calls them. So the Corinthian shows up at the Magus' door like, all right, cool. Let me help you keep him in prison so I can keep running around doing what I want to do. Told him to put him in a glass bubble and make sure that nobody fall asleep around him and all that kind of stuff. So they did this, and 10 years went past, and the man had a son, I think his name was Alex, who he didn't appreciate because he really was talking about his older son that died was his favorite son and the only one that mattered and all of that kind of crap. So, the younger son was pretty resentful, but he was still following behind his father. So he also had a bird, a raven, that was with him, and they got away when they first got him. So for 10 years, this man been trying to kill this bird, and it didn't work out. So then the bird finally figured out a way to get in the house, set a fire so he could get downstairs to Dream, and then the boy shot him. So now Dream is pissed at the boy, he pissed at the man, he pissed at everything, and he don't want to forgive these people for everything they done done. So, shortly after that, the Magus, that is, was dating this woman. She ended up being pregnant. He wanted her to get rid of it. She decided she was keeping it, so she ran away with all of his tools and the book and like $200,000 in monies. Monies. And so she was out. So she done went and had this baby. Talking about their life gonna be good. So the Magus, of course, mad about this. But he's got people out there looking for her, hopefully find her, whatever. He didn't, clearly. Because him and the younger son got into it with each other. And in the process of their fighting, he just knocked his head up against the glass and he died. So now the father is dead and the son is in charge of everything. It turns out he's gay and he like the landscaper dude. So he like, if I let you out, Dream, can you just not hurt me and Paul, I think his name is. Not hurt me, not hurt Paul, and we let you out. So Dream, in all this time, ain't said a word to nobody. He ain't talking, and he still ain't talking. So then we flash forward to at least another 50, 60 years, maybe even 70, and he's still in the glass, still looking the same, and the little boy then grew old, Paul then got old, and it was a magic protective circle around this glass orb that they put him in. That was what was keeping him there. So Alex is now in a wheelchair, so he rolled the wheelchair out from the basement and said, well, he don't ever want to come down here no more. And Paul did on purpose, scooted the wheelchair so that the markings on the floor would be messed up so that Dream could get out. He like, we done with this crap. So of course, Dream did just that. He got out. He got into the Dream with one of the guards that had been watching him. They was taking no-dos, basically, to stay awake way and around him because the Corinthian told them to make sure that nobody fall asleep around him. You get in your dream, it's over. And that's exactly what he did. He got in the security guard dude Dream, got him some sand, out the man Dream, and then had him thinking he was shooting at him, but he was actually shooting at the glass to break it. And then once he broke it, the other guy was like, no. And then they was like, what's in your hand? And then he blew sand at him and knocked their ass out. So they was done. And so he went into the dream of Alex, who's now like 60, 70, whatever, something like that. Either way it go, Dream been in this glass for over 100 years. He been in there 100 years, and everything that fell apart. When they imprisoned him, people from 1906, some of them couldn't go to sleep no more. Some of them never woke up from the night before when he got caught from their dreams. So they've been in like stasis, coma, sleeps all this time. And so the people that couldn't go to sleep, they've been trying to get them drugs to make them go to sleep. It was just, the world was messed up. He was like over 1 million people that got all over the world that have been affected by the fact that I ain't been able to do my job, basically. So, 100 years of this. He gets out, he tortures the dude. Well, he didn't torture him. He just told him, I'm going to give you your reward. And he put him to sleep, period. He put him to sleep. He didn't kill him, but now he permanently sleep. Blew sand in his face. Alex, that is. And he went on back to the dream world where his butler informed him that the dream world is in disarray and then fell apart. And it's a mess now because some of the dreams and nightmares was like, well, maybe the boss ain't coming back. She said some of them went looking for him. Other ones was like, maybe he just abandoned us. And so they left. And so the dream world itself it's in shambles. The castle, everything is in shambles. It was really nice when they showed it at the beginning. It's all messed up. And by the end of this first episode, he decided he gonna fix it. He created it once, he's gonna do it again. He's gonna go and find all his dreams and nightmares, bring them back, and recreate the dream world for the betterment of humanity. So for this, I would say so far so good. It got me intrigued. It's got some mystery. And I'm interested to know how he's going to get his tools back, because he's going to probably need those in order to do whatever, because he was using the ruby thing to try to take out the Corinthian. And so he's going to need that probably to do it again, because the Corinthian's still running around all these years later taking people's eyeballs out, apparently. And he has teeth for eyes himself, because he have shades on all the time. But they finally showed his eyeballs and they teeth. Like, that's a freaking nightmare. For real. Like, what? Anyway, he's sucking out people's eyes. I don't know why he's doing that, but that's what he's doing, killing people. So I'm pretty sure he's going to have to chase him down again, but he's going to need his tools back. The lady that ran off with the tools that had the baby, I'm pretty sure that baby then grew up and inherited those tools. The mama probably dead. So he's going to have to find whoever this boy, little child is, well, grown person is now with his tools, and get them back from them. And they probably not going to want to give those up. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a fight too. Yeah. So that was the Sandman episode 1. Started off pretty good. I will be back for episode 2 at another time. You guys have a great day.